Oh shoot! Sorry, chicken. Chicken, you're okay. Hey. Cat named Chicken was stuck in here. Okay. How is everybody doing? Yeah, I know it's a school night. Jacob, how we doing? Daryl, Mac. Yeah, thank you. Don, AKW, how's it going? I know Don and Jacob are right here in Iowa, so we got our trapping classes set. Um, there are 10 trapping classes across the state this year. That's kind of one of the purpose of this live is we'll share this out. We have trapping classes in Montezuma, Ixeria, which is in Audubon County, Mason City, Inwood, Cherokee, Ames, Knoxville, St. Charles, Dixon, and Burlington. So 10 classes across the state this year. So pretty exciting. Michael, what's up, bud? Bearded, how are we doing, buddy? Seeing your wife made a nice little post about you today. Lori, how we doing? Uh-oh, AKW. Yeah, it does that a lot, man. It unfortunately they don't like the stuff we do. So ran into that a little bit with one of our Facebook groups. Um, someone shared a pew pew raffle to fundraise for the Iowa Trapper Association, and he got taken down and got docked pretty hard. So it is what it is. Conversation on what, Jacob? We're basically the Iowa class. The class you attended last year down in Knoxville is going to be duplicated several times this year. I am going to be part of 5 of the classes, which it's going to be a lot to take on, but this is something I'm pretty fired up about right now. Ooh, bearded, that's not good. That's not good at all, buddy. Got a little head cold. I'm trying to shake. It's bugging me a lot right now because I can't have it if I'm going to my boy's surgery at Iowa City on Tuesday. Any cough or anything like that, they pretty much just won't let you in. So, uh, hoping I can get that whipped out tonight and tomorrow, hopefully. But no, we got these classes finally finalized and out to the public now, and I'm sharing them everywhere I can. So, yeah, Jacob, we have our class in Winterset this year. Not our class, but our conventions in Winterset. That's gonna be a really good time. A lot of good demos, a bunch of vendors there. You can normally buy traps and gear a solid 10 to maybe even 20% off if you really know who to talk to and what buttons to push. Um, but yeah, I mean, conventions are awesome. I love conventions. That's like my gateway. Like that's my vacation. So hard to believe the Nationals is only a month away. Just over a month. Yeah, just over a month. AKW. That's a big fish. Hey Lexi, how we doing? Ruger, what's up, buddy? Hunting and stuff. How we doing, sir? I appreciate it, bearded. It's you know we've planned for it and we've done everything we can, and now it's here, and it's just we've been working on this for 2 years, and now it's 2 days away. So a little stressful. Mama's pretty stressed out. My boy's taking it just fine. He's anxious to get it done and over with, but Mama's a little nervous. Jacob, no. Am I mentally excited for it? Yes, but So much has to be done. So much has to be done. I'm doing good hunting stuff. So I sold raccoons, about half of them, not quite half, but probably pretty close. At Fur Harvester's Day, I ended up with a 508 average, um, which sounds terrible, and it's not good by any means. And this is actually something I was talking to Next Gen about today. So when I went to go sell my raccoons, the first batch, I'll call them, it's about half. I pulled 50 coon of what I thought was the best of the best for my wife's bears that she's making. I don't say the best of the best. It's just my rough grading. Look at them like, man, that's a really good one. Throw it in there. That goes over here. That's a really good one. So I pulled out 50 really good ones for my wife's bears, and then I forgot a bag. So what was supposed to be about 450, 460, I ended up shipping 388. So I think anything of that, as far as averages go, I figured, they're just going to be the average furs, like what I average. I had a 508 average. And then I was talking to Next Gen today, and he's like, yeah, it's probably the one full of your 4XL coon, too. And I got thinking, I'm like, when I bag those furs, I have all my fur in order from 4 to 3 to 2, and it's just, hanger, throw them in there as many as I can, then go to the next bag off the hanger. So it got me thinking. So I went and looked today in the freezer of the bag I forgot, and yeah, it was like, was it 43 XL coon and like 26 4XL? So I'm like, yep, average probably would have been a little bit better with that too. So it is what it is. I appreciate it, Don. I really do. Oh yeah, Ruger, I just watched that. My boy wrecked out though, so man, I wanted to be there. I wanted to be at the Iowa NASCAR race. I love NASCAR, um, and it wasn't terribly far from me, like just a little bit over an hour. I should have, but they sold out tickets for it in 3 hours, so that wasn't going to happen. There you go, KW. Yeah, you'll get them. Either shock treatment or tannerite gets them every time. I'm kidding. Don't do that. That's more than likely illegal, no matter where you're at. It's the first time ever hunting stuff. First time ever. Yeah, Ruger, you text me that. I did not know what station that was on, but that's pretty cool to hear Next Gen on the radio. No, it was in over there in Newton, hunting stuff. The Newton Speedway. Sorry, we shared out our trapping classes on Facebook today, just a little bit ago too. So trying to answer all the comments to that too, because it's kind of blowing up, which is awesome. Really, Ruger? I didn't know that. Yeah, we got more furs coming from Sleepy Creek to work on my wife's bears. Um, she's gonna have a booth at the Iowa Trapping Convention there in Winterset in September. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Finally got the last of your stuff squared away. Oh, for NTA. I thought that said from NTA, and I'm like, did you just now unpack from last year's NTA? Cool. So the whole family's gonna be there, Lexi. Steve from Wyoming. How we doing, sir? Ruger? No, I didn't. She did go with me once. Uh, let's just say it's not. I'm trying to selectively put her in an area where where she'll be more comfortable. Preferably around the guys that have shirts. Would be the best way to put it. Uh, she went with me once, and she said it smelled so bad like skunk. And there's this guy that came out with bibs and no shirt, and he was eating a sandwich while the whole building smelled like skunk. Yeah, she about lost it. Oh, good, Lexi. Good deal. Oh, I appreciate it, Beard. You take care, buddy, and we will see you at the NTA, sir. Oh, hunting stuff. That's terrible. Mystical Mountains, how we doing? Oh man, yeah, 10 classes across the state this year, so pretty exciting. Hey, PA, how we doing, buddy? I appreciate it, Mystical. No problem, AKW. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. You take care of yourself and you be safe. Lexi, she may need you too. So she's got a booth at the ITA, but I made it very clear that I will not be there with her most of the time. I mean, Lexi, you know what it's like for me. I am on the move 24/7. Like I cannot stop. Always got something going on or something to do. Uh, so I told her like I'll stop and check on you 5 or 6 times a day. I'll bring you lunch, but otherwise you're not going to see me. So, oh, I'll bet, Steve. I'll bet you are. We start sighting in a week from tomorrow, so got a siding job lined up, and sounds like two roofs and maybe two more siding jobs right off the bat here. So it's go go go, but that's good. I need it. PA, your convention's this week. That's awesome, man. Mystical, probably not. That's a little too far. Um, yeah, I mean yeah, I would say it's too far in my opinion. I appreciate it, Lexi. Yeah, I'm. That's the thing. Like last year, I feel bad. I never really got a chance. This year, we need to go out for lunch. You know, me, you, your family. Your dad's one of the main reasons I am where I am. So, uh, as busy as I'm getting, I want to take time, and we all need to go out to lunch together. So uh, that way, I can just get away from everything to begin with. Oh, PA, that's awesome. Where's it at in PA? That's a good one. That's a good one, hunting stuff. It's almost a dad joke. My wife got me a dad joke cup today. I loved it. Hughesville, Northeast PA. Okay, PA. All right. Man, I tell you what, I wish I didn't have a job. That'd be awesome. I'd love to go to the PA convention. I think it was Pennsylvania, they say, has the most trappers in its state. It's PA or New York. I think it's PA though. But Iowa was up there too. I want to say it was like fourth or fifth. Yeah, mystical. I mean, realistically, I'm not a big coyote guy, but if you're trying to really pull that coyote off of where it's going, Honestly, I would say 30 feet is not impossible by any means, but that's a long ways. Realistically, I think most people are looking at that like 8 to 10 feet range. Oh, cool, PA. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I hope you have a good time. Um, that's always awesome. Yeah, Ruger, exactly. And that's so mystical depends, if you really are in the mountains. Um, man, yeah, you'd want to be almost right on top of them. I'm used to where I'm at, where you have, we call them two tracks, but like you'll have where the farm, if you have a field entrance here, you got a field over here, you might have a tractor path that kind of winds through. Maybe you have a hay field here and a cornfield, and then you got that tire tracks. Those coyotes will run those tire tracks and mountains out in there in the middle of where they can literally go anywhere. That man, that'd be tough. I really wish I could help you more, but that is not my thing. Hunting and stuff. That's what it sounds like. Um, Sounds like Paul, Montana Wolf Trapper, said the Fur Takers Convention is going to be in Iowa in 2025, which is crazy. That'd be awesome. Oh, cool, Lexi. That's awesome. There you go, PA. There you go, PA. Man, I wish you lived closer here because I know a guy that's got a bunch of number 11 Sleepy Creeks. Do we have any antique trap collectors in here by chance? Anybody that knows stuff about like the new house? Yeah, I hope you do too, PA. Anybody in here follow the new house collectible traps by chance? PA got me thinking about this. Doesn't it sound good? Okay, mystical. Yeah, that's really tough. The mountains is really, really tough. Few old jump victors. Oh, hey, the jump traps are awesome though, John. I love those. Tell you what, hunting stuff. She's flying through it now. Especially, so my boy's surgery's Tuesday. My wife's taking 2 weeks off work to kind of be at home, to take care of him because he has a week where he cannot be unsupervised. He has to have somebody around. So my wife's planning on making a lot of bears in the next 2 weeks. So she's flying through stuff. We have to kind of keep flowing things through Sleepy Creek to get fur back, and had been buying some at the time. Jacob, I really liked the Bridger number two offset, but I also like the Duke 550. So, oh no, Mystical Mountains. So this is something like I know I talked about a little bit in my last live. Kind of been struggling with a little bit of guilt and regret in a way. I had an uncle pass away not that long ago. Um, he was the only person in my family that trapped that I know of ever, in my extended family. I don't know of anybody else that really trapped. And his heart was really into it. We never really had a lot of family events. We had a couple here and there, but for like the last 3 years, once he found out about my trapping addiction and YouTube, he's been begging me to come see him to talk trapping. Um, and he has our family genetic disease, which has been hard on him these last 3 years. Like it has a lot of my mom and my uncles, uh, but he kind of passed away somewhat unexpectedly. So after 3 years of trying to get me to go up there to see him and talk trapping, I wanted to, but it's like, man, it's a 2 hour drive. I've got enough stuff going on. I just never found the time. And hindsight 2020, now he's gone and I can't. Uh, really wish I'd have taken the time and done it. I'm sure we've all been there at some point. But I'm really struggling with that right now. You always hear life's fragile and, you never guaranteed tomorrow. And we all talk about it. But, then when you live it, it's like, man, should have done better. And that's on me. So, um, anywho, he had a bunch. He had a few antique traps, or so I thought. He had some older traps, and the family pretty much gave them to me because I'm the one that knows what to do with them, and they were just gonna basically either melt them down with all his collection of other stuff to melt down for just weight, but um, yeah. So I came in possession of some really cool antique traps here recently. So it's kind of cool. You're going to see a lot of them displayed on this wall behind me here soon. I'm really going to turn this place into a man cave pretty good, I think. Um, I'm going to honor everything that I can in here. So it was cool. It was just, he has some old stuff, and I really wish I'd have taken the time and heard the stories on them. You know what I mean? PA, man, he literally had 200 traps. 60 of them were new house from zero jump traps. I've got threes and fours and twos, 48s. I got 4.5 inch or 4.5 number 4.5 bear traps, 150s. I mean, I've got some really cool stuff from him. Some really amazing things. And now I just wish I'd have knew the story on him because he collected these things his whole life. So just kind of wish I'd have seen him or got the chance to talk to him about him. But PA, I won't say no. Um, and this is my dilemma too. So I kind of inherited these things. They meant something to him, and I want to honor them. But I mean, it's literally 200 of these things that are antique, and like the say like number three new house. I'm getting them all appraised here soon and figured out, what is what exactly. I want to get them identified, appraised, figured out. But like the number three new house, I've got like 12 of them. Do I really want to display one and throw 11 of them in a box somewhere? No, I'd rather see somebody else, honor them and display them. But at the same time, I'm not, you know, not really trying to sell them, but just I want them to be displayed and honored, if that makes sense. Yeah, mystical. I appreciate that, and you're right. It's tough. You know what I mean? Yeah, number 15. Nice, Ruger. Nice. Yeah, but PA, that's the thing, man. Like, you know, these new houses, especially, like the 4.5 inch, the 4.5 wolf trap. There's four of them, and those are sought after trap. I'd love to display one beautiful one right back here. But at the same time, the other three just go in a box somewhere. I'd rather somebody else enjoy them. So we'll see what we're gonna do. I got to get everything organized yet. It got dropped on me literally. I did not expect it. Went up there to pick up the stuff, the trapping gear and accessories, and I was pretty blown away by what he had. And I'll never hear the stories behind him, and that sucks. That sucks a lot. But we all been there. I have regrets about it. I wish I had taken the time, but at the same time, I look back and I'm like, when did I ever have the time? You know, sure, I could have made some time here and there, but it's not like I just had days free by any means. Yeah, Ruger, these last week, I've really learned a lot about the trap history of of the new house. Um, the Oneida community, yeah, I've got several of them. What's the other new house name? Oh, it's right there on the tip of my tongue. The one before that, even. I got some pretty cool stuff. It's really interesting. Makes me want to be a trap collector, and that's not a good thing because that gets expensive quick. But yeah, Kenwood. There we go. Thank you, Ruger. Appreciate that. Um, I should go grab one of them. Oh, hunting and stuff. The new house is like the cat's meow when it comes to trap collecting. Hunting and stuff. I'll tell you this right now. Do not look into this. Do not dive into it because I feel like your personality in something like this would be even stronger than me. And once you get that bug in you of the old antique traps and start collecting, you're going to be in big trouble. Don't do it because I'm already going down that rabbit hole and I shouldn't. So, oh, cool, Mystical Mountains. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's why we're putting on these trapping classes this year. We want to promote trapping the best we can. We got 10 of them across the state. I have a personal goal to get 300 people in these 10 classes. I want 30 in a class on average. Hunting stuff will stay that way. Actually, traps might be cheaper yet. So maybe you should switch into the trapping side of it. Mama Bear went to bed. I didn't know that. Thought maybe she's swinging here for a little bit, but apparently not. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Ruger. Hey, Camp Blue Ridge, how we doing? Hunting stuff. There's been $10,000 traps. Mystical. I'll promise you this: I am not that by any means. Never will be. I'm just an average guy that loves the trap, loves my family, and tries to balance both. And that's probably about the best way I could ever describe myself. Um, Trying to balance everything is tough. But yeah, it's crazy. Nationals is a month away. The Iowa convention is 2.5 months away. Season's 4 months away. I mean, it's just insane. Hunting stuff. What's funny is these traps are almost as unique. I'm looking at stuff that has. They talk about standing bears on them and patent dates and everything else. And I mean, I've got traps. I've got a couple out here that are hand forged from the mid to early 1800s. Like it's insane. Uh, Matter of fact, actually, tomorrow I might reach out to a couple people. I've got a big enough collection that the guys that write books about antique traps that are president of like the Trap Collecting Association have reached out. So I've got a lot. No, I don't have any setters that I know of, Ruger, but I don't know much about them yet. Mystical Mountains. So the Iowa Trapper Association, I am going to try to film demos there. The problem is I can't personally film them. I'm trying to find somebody or other multiple volunteers that are willing to. Um, it's just tough. But yes, I'm really hoping to. Hey, Flintlock, how we doing? Lexi, I might have to take you up on that. I might. Um, it's just tough because I'm trying to get what I want to do is get permission to get a GoPro stick and get up there and really get in the demo. You know what I mean? I mean, have that camera less than 3 feet away from what's going on. Yeah, Flintlock. I kind of inherited a bunch of new houses. Um, Actually, like 64 of them to be exact. So, as well as 150 other antique traps. Which one's that, Lexi? Ruger and Flintlock. I love that. That's like a red, like Midwest thing, I think. Or like I could pass Ruger and just be like Ruger and be like Iowa, and that's it. Full conversation. Like, oh, you have that. Okay, Lexi. Okay. Yeah, that was scary for my first real demo was at the NTA. That was insane. So, ton of stuff. I didn't even know you had videos. Man, I'm way behind the ball. I got a text. Hold on. Dixie. No, Flintlock, you're good, man. I've literally got everything from zero jump traps all the way up to 4.5 wolf traps to a 150 and everything in between. I think number 3 and 4 long springs, I have like 25 of them. Hunting stuff, I'm going to look at this now. I did not know that. Oh, Ruger. I mean, I'm learning so much. So I've never been into like the antique traps. I've never really looked into it. Um, but now I'm starting to, and holy cow, it's insane. Mystical Mountains, no. Um, I don't. Uh, how do I say this? I look at it as vehicles. In my opinion, if you compare you know, a 1920s vehicle compared to a modern day, just say 2000, that 2000 is going to be a lot better. Are the ones now in 2024 better than the 2020? Probably not. But overall, as a whole, we're better. So with traps, I would agree with. I mean, some of these traps that they had back then, I mean, they are so mechanical and so difficult, if that's the word. We've simplified them and made them so much more efficient. Now, do you have traps that are being made cheaper now compared to like maybe the 70s or 80s? Probably. With the exception of the dog proof trap coming out, which has been a huge game changer. It's compared then to now. I mean, there's some that are still the same. Long springs, they're great. Jump traps are great, but I might just have to go out to the garage and grab a couple of these really crazy ones. Flintlock, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. Actually, I am pretty sure none of them have a nut and pan or a nut on them. Ace, how we doing, bud? I'm gonna go grab a couple of these wild ones. Hold on, give me a second. All right. So this is something crazy. It's like I can't remember the name of this, but it's like a jump trap. It's a prot trap. It's just wild looking. I can't think of what year this is. I want to say this was like 1925, give or take. Okay, Flintlock, that's interesting. James, yeah, you're on break. But yeah, the prot is kind of cool. It's got a spring here that runs something on the bottom and the pan. So the pan's here, but it's got something on the bottom that's spring levered. So when it snaps, it lifts off at the same time. That one's kind of unique. This is an alligator style trap. I'm not trying to set any of these. These were made, was it like 08 to 20, 1908 to 20? Um, I mean, pretty good teeth on them suckers. So, pretty interesting, really. I mean, things have changed a lot since then. This one has fascinated me. It's called a six finger something trap. Not even sure how it's used, but somehow it's compressed in between there. That's pretty wild. This is Maximus. How we doing? But I mean, it's just I'm really learning a lot of this. I mean, you can see the trigger mechanism down here. Not exactly sure how it works per se, but man, it's just fascinating to me. It's like a long spring body grip. I don't know. Like I said, I got a lot to learn about a lot of traps. This is the escape proof, is what they call it. The escape proof trap. So it looks like you have kind of what I call the muskrat. Oh no, it goes down. Hmm. So yeah, I don't know. I'm scared to death to try to set these things because some of these are really old, even though they look really good shape. Um, it's interesting. Oh yeah, hunting stuff for sure. I just, some of these things, you know, does that have a patent date? No. Some of these things are literally 150 years old. Um, it's like wow. That's what you think of a jump trap. Oh, I've got jump traps out there that just have the one spring on them. I don't think I brought any of them in here, but I mean, look at these. Look at the teeth that were added to this. They called them is it Funton add-ons? I mean, this is just crazy. This is a Triumph number 1.5, which I'm learning a lot about Triumph traps as well. So it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. Things have come a long ways since the days of these. Next one. This is a rabbit trap, is what they call it. A number 20 rabbit trap. Oh, you heard my knuckles pop trying to compress that. I think that would easily hold a coon. But it's just kind of insane, you know. I'm guessing that's gotta go up in there. Ah, I see how that works. So that little latch gets stuck up in there until it goes. Interesting, and it has a stake with it. Probably one of the, well, no, we're not even to the wildest ones yet. This is the, I can't remember, but I mean, just check that out. Check out how wild that looks. Right, Ace? I mean, this is like a stop loss edition plus the long spring. This trap is probably well over 100 years old. But it's just fascinating. And, I'm learning so much about this. Oh, mystical. Most states are outlawed traps with teeth. I mean, in Iowa, you have to have it fully submerged, and then you're allowed teeth. And to be honest with you, I don't even agree with that. I don't like that rule. But anyway, just it's just cool learning the history of these things, and I wish I could have talked to my uncle more about it and really learn the history, like I said. But these things are just, now check this one out. I don't even know how to begin. So when someone asks, are traps better now versus then? This is what I'm thinking of as far as yes. I have no idea how this would even work. Um, but I'm, like I said, I'm reaching out to a lot of people and I'm learning a lot of stuff. But I got a long ways to go. So, but it is pretty fascinating. You got jaws on both sides that open. I just don't know anything about it. And here's kind of, oh, I didn't even grab the right one. No, this is a Bridger number 5 with teeth. I thought I grabbed one of the wolf traps, but I did not. Nope, I got some 4.5 wolf traps out there that are pretty cool too. But oh, Flintlock, this is scratching the surface. I think as of right now, I know I have 16 different brands of traps versus Diamond, Newhouse, Oneida, Victor. I mean, just over the years um, of different brands, nonetheless different sizes. It's insane. Mystical, I don't know. I don't know what half this stuff is for. It's ridiculous, but we've got a lot of stuff here that we're going to learn a lot about, hopefully. So, yeah, Flintlock Triumphs are older. But like I said, I've got 64 new house traps. And some of them are back to the 1800s. So it's pretty insane. Ace, I really might once I know more about him. I'm gonna take him to the nationals. I think a lot of them, and I'm gonna talk to his last name's Parr. I can't think of it, but he has the trap, like the National Antique Trap Collection in Ohio, and he's gonna be at the nationals. And I really want to talk to him. I might call him tomorrow, actually. Um, Jim Coulter. I don't even know who that is. Sounds familiar. So Flintlock. I had an uncle pass away, and I inherited these. Um, Kind of a definitely a terrible story. He's been wanting me to come see him for years, to come talk to him about trapping. You know, once he saw what I was doing, and he was a pretty big trapper back in the 70s and 80s, and I never got a chance to really talk to him. You know, our extended family's not real close. We don't do a lot of stuff. And for 3 years now, he's been trying to get me to talk to him, to come up there and see him. I never did, and he passed away here a couple weeks ago, and I inherited all his trapping gear, which I had no idea the amount of stuff he had in there. Um, but yeah, here we are, and I'm learning so much. Hunting and stuff, it probably was the new house. I'd almost guarantee it. No, it's all good, Flintlock. It's one of those things, buddy. I said in here a little bit ago. I have a lot of regret, and right now, for 3 years he tried to get me to come up there and wanted to talk trapping and just excited to talk to me about trapping. And he's about 2 hours away, hour and a half away, and I never made the time. Not saying I had the free time, but I should have made the time. He's got our family disease, which definitely was. He's pretty laid up, but uh, it eventually got him. I didn't realize he's in that bad of shape, but yeah, it eventually got him, and instead of getting all these things melted down or tossed, I inherited all his trap collection, and I wish I could have got the stories behind them. That's my biggest regret. Is I wish I'd taken half a day and just spent 4 or 5 hours talking to him about trapping and learning this stuff. No, Ruger. Most of it's stamped, I think, except my wolf traps. My wolf traps are raised. Yeah, Jacob. I wish I could have. I mean, I started trapping 100% on my own. Um, I really had no mentor per se in person. I completely started from seeing somebody with raccoons in the back of his truck, and I started researching the best I could back when the internet was new, believe it or not. So it wasn't until, yeah, probably 4 or 5 years ago that I realized I had an uncle that used to trap big, and we never got connected on it. Please do, Ace. I'm probably gonna do a video on all of these. Uh, I've got, man, I couldn't even tell you. I've got so much stuff here. Um, it's ridiculous. Uh, I've literally got a stack of 30 traps, maybe even 40, that I have no idea what they are. There's no signs on them. There's no stamping. There's no nothing. I've had a couple people tell me they're hand forged, which would have been like 1870 and before or something like that. So I don't know what I have. I'm gonna meet up with a few professionals to really tell me what's going on and what they are. But yeah, I'm excited. Right, Ace. Yeah, exactly. I mean, some of these are just crazy. Ever seen anything like that? And that's a Triumph, number 1.5. Well, actually, I don't know if we have anyone in here that's watching that knows anything about the new house traps, but I know I did take a picture of it. This will be hard to show. But that's my tailgate with all the new house traps, minus my big ones. But there are several of them that are owned by the U.S. They were government issued traps, which is really cool, I guess. Kind of a big deal. Flintlock, if you want to email me who he is, I'd love to hear more. Oh yeah, yeah, I've got like 6 diamonds out there. Um, I want to say a jump trap, but I know I've got long springs and a couple big long springs. Yeah, mystical, exactly, exactly. No, PA. That one I just had. Um, that one is a Triumph, which is I won't say rare, but there's got some value behind it. I wish I could show you. I don't think I have a picture of the pile. All right, I'm gonna do the best I can here. So apparently the Oneida jump traps, square jaws or square pan was pretty rare. Um, I that's a number 2 that it says right there on the pan. Probably can't tell. I've got like 36 of them. That's the rabbit trap I showed you. This is kind of cool. This is called an eclipse trap. Um, it's really awkward looking, really crazy. I've got a half dozen of them. I showed you that one. Showed you that one. This is called a sergeant. You can read the pan there. It's hard to see, but the sergeants were pretty rare back in the day too. Yeah, Flintlock. I've talked to him a little bit. I showed you that one. Well, here's a little example of it. So this is me showing one trap, but the pile behind it is in part of what I have. Um, I actually have, if I can find it. Well, there's a kangaroo number 2 jump trap. Man, I hope I can find this one. This is probably one of the coolest traps I've seen. Hold on. No, Ace, you're 100% right. No, you're right, man. I get it, and things have changed. Things are way better than they used to be. Uh, it's a changing game for sure. So this one's hard to show, but this has 2 sets of jaws from north and south and west to east, and on the top has one hole for the leg to go. That's it. It's pretty wild. It's called Save a Leg. Here's another one. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my hand, but it's got a rectangular pan. This one is wicked. This one is wicked. You can see where those half moon shapes, if you were to set it, would be on top and force them into spikes. Pretty wild. Here's one. This is I can't think of it. It's some kind of bear trap. So I'm holding the jaws with my hand, and the frame is a big circle. It's like an abbey and something. But if this is legit, it's like a $3,000 trap. And this is a Nigeria special #1, which you probably can't read it on here. I've been sending these pictures to other people because I'm like, I have no idea what these are. I don't know what this is, but it's got teeth and it's got a very long spring. Flintlock, yeah, I'm learning so much. Um, I can't think of what this is. It's a zero tonpaki. It's just a little itty bitty #0 jump trap. I just showed you that one. I mean, it's insane what's out here right now. Like, I have no idea what these are. So this here, the big one with the big hoop, that is a European trap. The little circular one, if I remember right, which I might not, they call them a kill 'em all trap, is what it's called. So that European trap covers half my tailgate, by the way. Oh, European gear trap is what it's called. It's just crazy what my uncle collected. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Oh yeah, and here's just going through it. Here's a picture of me and my daughter at the Omaha Zoo on the sky ride. Just to throw that out there. So yeah, um, it's pretty wild. I'm learning so much about these traps, which is bad because now I want to collect them, and I'm a huge nostalgia person. So is it this one? It's one of these that has these jaws on it. One of these that has the jaws still has fur in it. Holy cow, there's writing on that. No kidding. I don't know if you'll be able to read this. It says 1922. There. I think you can read that. I think. Can you read that? Tell me if you can. That's insane. Those jaws were made 100 years ago. PA, I'm kind of looking forward to getting this stuff looked at. Value wise, not so much, but just the rarity of it be cool. Sabo? Okay, that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar, Rigger. Flintlock, so I've ordered one from Par. Is it Paul? Not Paul Par. Something Par. Hoping it's here in the next couple days because there's some crazy stuff in here. I mean, I've literally got 3/4 of a pickup load of this stuff, so I'm gonna honor everything the best I can. I'm gonna fill up this room. Uh, to be honest with you, I'd kind of, I'd like to turn this room so I can face a bigger wall to put stuff on because these things deserve, in my opinion, a lot more honor than what I have for the stuff behind me. Ooh, this has a patent date. It's hard to tell though what it means. All right, PA, you take care, buddy. Mystical? No, for one, a lot of them, like this one now, would probably be illegal. And just the nostalgia of them, it'd be like, in my opinion, it'd be like driving a '67 Mustang on as a daily driver. Like it's just not. No, you just want to display it and honor it in a sense. I can't believe I just saw those Jaws though, 1922. That was $3. The I wonder if it has some kind of writing somewhere. Either way, it's 100 years old. That's insane. Well, what do you think? We gonna be on here for another drink, or are we gonna wrap it up soon? Oh, really? Newhouse made a burger? I didn't know that. Yeah, Laura. I know he trapped. I don't necessarily know he used these traps. I know he started collecting them years ago. He was collecting them back in the '80s. I don't know if he was using any of these by any means. Um, he was definitely using, or he was definitely trapping. Uh, and my mom's told me. So this is kind of funny. So back when my parents were growing up, my mom was in 60. Uh, my uncle Rick, who was the trapper, would set traps, and my mom didn't like it, so she'd go around snapping those traps off back when they lived at home. So it's kind of interesting. So that would have been, probably in '70, I'm guessing, somewhere around then. She'd been 10. Uh, Pretty ornery. Ace, um, $3 back then. If I had to guess, honestly, probably 500. Throwing it out there. All right, hunting stuff. I'll make one more. I'll make one more. Oh, you're good, James. No problem, buddy. No problem. I know you're on break too. Look on the crossbar. Okay. It does say something. I got guys that know how to clean this stuff up. You can't really see it. There are letters there. I guess it's obvious to me, but I can't make it out. I do see ABC. Made by ABC. That's all I got. This is a lot to take in. Like I'm learning a lot, so. Oh, really, James? Not nearly what I thought it was. But then again, $3 in 2020 is more like $10 now. So really, Mystical Mountains? Wow, you guys did some research. I like that. Right, Flintlock, and that's the thing. I've got some professionals that I'm reaching out to. They're gonna help me identify these. I'm just because I've had several guys tell me, "Oh, take some steel wool and some WD-40 and you can clean it up." I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'll let you guys do it. Wow, that's awesome hunting and stuff. Muskrat Outdoors. I don't know if I have that one. Lori, the things we learn as we get older, isn't it crazy? I mean, you never stop learning, you never stop evolving. Yeah, I mean, it's just wild. Muskrat Outdoors. See if I can find him on here. All right, I got him now. Oh, nice, Mystical Mountains. That's cool. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just fascinated by this history. I mean, I look at especially traps like this, and I'm like, wow, you know, that's crazy to me. I have no idea what these things are hardly, but yet here I'm sitting with I think I have 8 of these. So, and then I look on the pan, and the pan literally like there's nothing there, like nothing legible anywhere. So every part of me wants to try to set something like this, but I know better. So no, just crazy. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. But excited for this class that's coming up. We've got 10 of them this year. 10 of them across the state. Yeah, I've heard some of these take a tool, but man, that's just insane. I'm kind of curious why one set of jaws moves up and down, but the other set doesn't, even if I want them to. Not sure, don't tread on me. It's early 1900s, I believe. That's all I know. Yeah, Flintlock. There's several of these that are just like, man, that's crazy. Mystical. I'm excited about all of them. I've kind of taken a lead on this in a sense. Uh, You know, five of the classes are 100% set up by me, and I'm involved in two of the others to an extent, and then three of them are completely independent from me. But I'm just excited. I want 300 people across these classes. That's my goal is to have 300 people come to these classes. That's 30 apiece. Uh, Probably a big goal, um, but I think we can do it. So, oh yeah, James, I forget about it too. Yeah. So going back to what we talked about a little bit earlier, so I averaged 508 at fur harvesters on my coon. Sounds terrible, right? And it's not good. But I had 388 coon. I forgot a bag when I shipped fur up there. I forgot a bag that had I think it was 76 coon in it, and there was 43x, no 53x and 26 4x. So I forgot a bag that had bigger coon in it, plus including those 76 plus the 388 I had. I pulled 50 of what I thought was the best of the best out for my wife to get tanned for her bears. So I don't know. I would guess I'd probably be around that 650, maybe even $7. Kind of hard to tell. But yeah, the 50 that are getting tanned and as well as other stuff should be coming in pretty soon from Sleepy Creek. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff, but very low price at fur harvesters. But like I said, I cherry picked the best 50 and then forgot a bag of my better furs. So be right back, fellas. Yeah, James, I'll do that for you, buddy. Oh yeah, square circle. It's terrible here. Hey, thanks, Lori. Yeah, I appreciate it. My wife got me a dad's joke cup, and my kids made me some cool stuff too. So squared circle squares. Any advice? How old are you turning? That'd be the big question to answer that advice. Hunting stuff, I probably shouldn't. I want to, but I gotta try to finish some more stuff for the next shipment to go to Sleepy Creek. So 32 with a sun on the way. All right, squared circle. The best I could tell you is when that sun gets here and things get crazy and he cries all night and sleeps all day and you're exhausted and you're miserable and you think, why did I do this? One day you'll look back and say you missed those days. So enjoy them. They might sound terrible and they might seem extreme, but I promise you, you'll go back and you'll miss them. All right, James, you take care, buddy. I noticed that with my daughter now. She's about ready to turn 8, going on 16. And it's like, man, where did you know, that little girl that learned how to walk go? It's crazy how fast it goes. It really is. I swear I caught it. Yeah, honest stuff. I think we're gonna bail out of here. I got a dentist appointment tomorrow morning, which I don't like that. I'm not looking forward to that at all. But then Tuesday is the big day for surgery for my boy. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty anxious. I get to sleep in a hospital room Tuesday night if I can. So oh, squared circle. Well, enjoy the fireworks and yeah, it's exciting. Enjoy it. Like I said, uh, there's a country song about this. Can't think of it, but you're gonna miss this. That's it. So anyway, guys, we're gonna bail out of here. Um, Probably the last you see from me for a long time. At least probably until nationals with my boy surgery and everything. Um, yeah, I don't see having much spare time being on here. Uh, if I'm not gonna be roofing or siding, I'll probably be at home taking care of him while the wife's working, or vice versa. So I'm good, Ace. I'm good, buddy. I appreciate it, Lori. I truly do. It's scary. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's just tough when you basically put his life in their hands. You know what I mean? Uh, Fairly major surgery, but they do almost one every day, so they know what they're doing. But man, to have both your jaws cut, like his bottom jaw is gonna be shattered, his top jaw is gonna be broken, and all of them move forward at once. Whew. Yeah, it's. I don't think I'd do it, but he's braver than I am. Definitely braver than I am. So anyway, y'all take care, and we'll probably do a few lives at nationals. Me and next gen will probably be together, so we'll probably see both of us from time to time. But yeah, yeah, Ace, absolutely appreciate it, Flintlock. Don't try to me, appreciate it. Um, yeah, we will see you guys here in about a month, and it's hard to believe it's already a month away. So, all right, take care, y'all. Really appreciate the support, and we'll catch you next time.